Hey everybody, this is Hannah from Thousand Books. Welcome to day 5 of Booktubeathon on my channel. So tonight I just want to take some time to talk to you about my reading. I know that I hadn't taken time to do that, so I'm going to do a TBR check-in before we go into the challenge for today. I know that I sound choppy. This is because it's 11 p.m. and I want to film this, upload this before 12 a.m. and the stress. In my TBR video, I told you that I wanted to read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I did, and I finished it before Booktubeathon, so that doesn't count. But I just couldn't drop it and then let it sit until Booktubeathon time to pick it up again. I stayed in that world, I devoured that book, and I loved it. And if you saw my first video for Booktubeathon, you would know that I am currently reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I am on page 204. That means I'm 1/3 into the book. Hopefully by this time tomorrow, I will at least finish 2/3 of the book. That's the expectation that I set for myself. And if you're like me and you don't care that much, if you have a proper cool bookmark, then you would know that every flat small things can be a good bookmark. And apparently this perfume sample thingy, it makes this book smell amazing. And in fact, I went to the mall today and picked out some other samples so that now I have bookmarks at the ready and my books will smell great, and I will know which scent I like the most. So you might want to try that trick. Moving on, I said that I wanted to read Objects of Affection. This is a local Singapore book, also published by a Singaporean publisher, and haven't read this yet because I want to fully experience it, and I want to tackle the challenge to read a book fully outside and finish it in one day. I can just sit on my bed and read this in about 5 minutes. Because it's a breeze, right? It's so short, but I don't want to do that. In fact, for me, what's ideal when I'm reading this is when I am in a park and the sun is kind of going down, like it's 5 or 6 p.m. and I have a nice drink and I have a notebook so that I can try to see beyond the text and try to relate the context and the content of the poem to my life so that it becomes more personal, and maybe I will like it more the second time around. I also said that I wanted to read Sarah Dessen's Once and For All. Yesterday I was almost halfway, and today I am this much over halfway, so didn't do a lot of reading today. Now on to today's challenge. So today's challenge is to make a list of books that you want to assign your students to if, you know, in this scenario you are having a class and you're the teacher. First of all, in Indonesia in high school, there is no such thing as a reading list that the teacher assigned you to read, because that's just not how we roll. We don't do that. We don't discuss novels. I wish we did, but we don't. So that's not something that I'm familiar with. But the second thing is, I don't like the prospect of having a class and being a teacher, because I don't think I'm a good teacher, and I don't deal with people that are younger than me that well. If I'm to have a class, I assume that the teacher is more experienced, and experience comes with time, so I'm assuming I'm older than the class that I'm teaching, and that just doesn't sit well with me, because I don't know, what am I talking about? I just don't like the prospect of being a teacher, so I kind of twist the scenario a bit. So in my case, if I am to have a book club, what kind of books that I want my book club to read? I want my book club to read contemporary young adult reads from Indonesian authors and from American authors, and discuss the differences, because definitely the culture is different, but I also noticed that the way the authors tell the story and the things that they focus on are very different. So I want to see if other people pick up on that, or it's just something that I have in my mind. And I want to see whether people can relate to the culture and just to see themselves more in Indonesian books, or whether they also see themselves in the American books. Now, this is to say that this book club is for Indonesians who read English and Indonesian books. Definitely for Indonesian readers. Sorry if I excluded you from my hypothetical book club. I would like to discuss about the differences in contemporary young adult books from Indonesia and from America. Thought that would be interesting. I don't think this is what is asked for this challenge, but that's my take. So that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. If you do, then please give it a thumbs up. If you've been liking my Booktubeathon videos, then please consider subscribing, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy reading!